working right now. We'll get him.
Good morning, afternoon, and evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another video. And by the thumbnail, the title, and as well as the tone of my voice, I think we all know where this went. The Montreal Alouettes defeat the Winnipeg Blue Bombers by a score of 28-24 to win the 110th Grey Cup. Dynasty's not dead, it's delayed. Well, who knows now? Who knows now? And, you know, I'm unsure. It's one of those things where we look at the situation with our team and losing 2 consecutive years. Are we getting in with the teams like BC making a push, with teams like the Alouettes making a push, even teams like Toronto doing as well as they did? Are the Bombers going to lose a bit of that light? Are we going to lose some talent? I hate saying this, but I think we will lose some. We will. And I don't know if we're going to get back to the Grey Cup next year. Last year, I was confident that we'd get back to the Grey Cup again. I was confident we would. Now, I'm not as sure. I'm not saying it's impossible. 5 consecutive years is rare, especially in the modern era. Just to let you know right now, the Grey Cup ceremony and other stuff's going on. I just got a notification on my phone actually 2 seconds ago. Cody Fajardo won the MOP, which does not surprise me. We ran into a red-hot Alouettes team, and we did okay. We did well at certain things. The Alouettes played ferociously. They did, from start to finish. Alouettes, they're in this. They did. And I'll be the first to say that. But I'm not going to say that we couldn't have done more. It really feels like we left a bit on the field. A bit. I'm frustrated. And again, this you have to keep in mind, and you know, some of what I'm saying might become a little dated in the sense of, you know, me saying that it didn't sometimes feel like we left everything on the field. I'm saying it right now after being super upset about my team losing. So it's one of those things where looking back on it in a while, I may not think that. But I'm trying to give my most honest opinion right now, as I'm focused on the right now. Pre-game. Montreal Alouettes win the coin toss. There's this artist. I have no idea. Jamie something. Never heard of her, for some sort of a pre-show. Sure, whatever. I mean, I didn't really care. They had like a block party, and one of the bands was Monster Truck. Why couldn't we have gotten that for a pregame? That would have been a much better pregame than whatever the hell we got. But, you know, like especially Monster Truck, the Hamilton Zone, you know, makes sense. Good band, good stuff. You know, kind of you know, like that kind of country rock mid-2000s, mid-2010s, you know. Anyways, let's get into the game though. There is a lot of good to talk about this game, but there's some key ugliness. First quarter, our offense starts. Bombers push down the field. Castillo hits a 25-yard field goal, makes this 3-0 Winnipeg. Alouettes go 2 and out. Bombers push again. Bombers then push into the red zone. Clares gets sacked. However, the Alouettes would take an unnecessary roughness penalty, give us the first down, and then Brady Oliveira hits the touchdown.
Yeah! Or just one. Let's go. Woo!
Awesome. Touchdown for Oliveira. Convert is good. 10-0 Bombers. Good start. This was exactly what I was hoping for at this point in time. Montreal will get a long bomb pass for Austin Mack. Stanback then runs and gets Montreal a touchdown. I was with family, so there was parts of which I was filming, and this was and parts of which I was not. So I just wasn't happened to be filming at that because I was with my family. But Alouettes will get a touchdown. Convert is good. 10-7 Bombers. It'd go back and forth a little bit, and then we go to the second quarter. And then this is where it looked like Big Hill would get a bit roughed up. And actually, before I continue, just live right now, Tyson Philpott named the MOC, which doesn't surprise me either. But if we keep going down through the game, second quarter, Big Hill goes out. Bombers push. Clares gets sacked again. This is something I had a problem with. I was not impressed by our pass protection. And I hate to single people out, but there was one player in particular who really had an off game. I'm just being honest. But it's one of those things where at the end of the day, as much as I felt like a player had an off game, we win as a team, we lose as a team. That's very important, and I want to make sure that's clear. If I'm talking about a player's individual performance, that I am talking about their individual performance, but at the end of the day, we win as a team, we lose as a team. And so I am not at all saying we lost because of such and such. I would never say that. That is not fair to the players. So just want to make sure that's clear. Clares gets sacked. Oliveira fumbles the ball. Hold on to the goddamn ball. I don't know how many times I got to say it. When you're going down, both hands on it. I'm sick and tired of seeing this one hand la-di-da. I just don't think it's necessary. Both hands on the ball. I don't know. When I played football and I watched my running backs do their training, that's what they were taught. So I don't know if maybe that was different, but is what it is. Alouettes would make a push, and Willie Jefferson would get up himself a sack.
Yeah. He's got it. Get him, Willie. There we go.
There you go.
Woo! There he goes. Oh, Willie.
Now, this is good. However, I really felt like our pass rush did not put enough pressure on the Alouettes today. They did not. Especially for an O-line that had struggled through the season and had given up some pretty brutal numbers of sacks per game. What happened? We got 9 sacks against BC. Really? We couldn't, but Jefferson gets the sack here. Alouettes would punt, and then the Bombers would go. The Bombers would then go punt, but Benson forces a fumble and recovers the ball. Get him there. Oh, come on! Yes! Let's go! Woo! Unbelievable. That's Benson? Oh my goodness. The Alouettes would challenge this play, and they would fail. Bombers keep pushing, and then Dakota Prukop would record his first touchdown of the game. That's in. Let's go. Woo! Good stuff. Touchdown for Prukop. Convert is good, and that would make it a score. I don't know why I don't have it written here. I believe that would be 17-7 at that point. Alouettes would go on offense. Jackson Jeffcoat goes offside. Another thing, very, very interesting here. If you were watching this game, I don't know if you noticed this. Alouettes were running the majority of their plays on 2. It was very much I wouldn't be surprised if in film they were noticing that Willie Jefferson and Jackson Jeffcoat were really, really antsy on those ends. The bookmarks they are. And so it's one of those things they're able to pull Jeffcoat offside here. Alouettes would push the ball down. They would get down to the 1, and we stop them at the 1. Turnover on downs. Take him out. I don't know. I don't think he's got it.
No,
they don't got it. He didn't get it. Let's go. Wow. This set of plays right here where we deny the Alouettes on the 1-yard line, if we played with that intensity and with that level of commitment in terms of we are going to make sure this play works until we die, the whole game, we would have won. We would have. We didn't, though. The play is reviewed, and it's good. Bomber ball. Now, going into halftime, I'm going to talk about the halftime show in a second. However, first things first, So coming back, the TSN panel talks about how the Alouettes should have kicked here with when it was like 1st and 1 or second and 1. Okay, so they got 2 kicks at the can. Or even, let's say that 2nd and 1 doesn't work, go to 3rd and 1 and still kick. No. That is them speaking out of the benefit of hindsight. Absolutely not. Actually, the one guy who I agreed with, Bo Levi Mitchell, was on the panel, and he said it. Bo Levi Mitchell is absolutely right there. You do not kick. That is absolutely with the benefit of hindsight. If you don't believe you're in your team to get 1 yard, that is going to demoralize your team because you're saying, I don't think you are capable of getting the 1 yard we need for the touchdown. That's what you're saying to your team. And so, yeah, I don't blame the Alouettes one bit for going for that play. But it is what it is. It would go into halftime, and it was Green Day. I like Green Day. There's nothing wrong with Green Day. I will say that Billy Joel Armstrong's voice was okay tonight. There were some out of tune notes. It is what it is. They didn't play American Idiot, didn't play 21 Guns, but again, it was one of those things. They're very, very limited on their time. They played, I think it was like America's Burning. I think it's one of their newer songs or whatever. And then they played Basket Case, Holiday. I'm trying to remember what else they played. Boulevard of Broken Dreams, I think. Yeah, no, it was good. It was Green Day. It was one of those things where it's like much better than the Arkells, and it was one of those things where like wish the Super Bowl could get some halftime shows like that. It was a good halftime show. Green Day, not much you can complain about there. It's one of those things where I'm not jumping out of my seat everywhere for Green Day, but that's a good halftime show. I applaud to the CFL of actually getting someone of name value there. They had Carrie Underwood for the Grey Cup Festival. If she was a halftime, I'd be fine with that. I'm not even a Carrie Underwood fan, but just getting someone with a name value is good. Anyways, 3rd quarter. Alouettes start pushing, and this is where Austin Mack would make his gorgeous one-handed catch.
Extra pressure.
Get him! Come on!
Are you serious? You gotta be kidding me.
Wow. Outstanding catch. Yeah, if Cody Fajardo was not winning the MVP for this game, or MOP for the game, whatever it was going to Austin Mack. He was just unbelievable. And then the Montreal Alouettes would get themselves a touchdown. Alouettes touchdown. Convert is good. 17-14 for the Bombers. So Bombers seeing the Alouettes push back. Will they get offense? Bombers start pushing back. Push into the red zone. Claire starts picking the red zone.
No! Oh my God.
Caleros doesn't get the ball over the defender here. I don't think that we needed to go the long ball there. I think we got a little carried away. And can we go for the long ball when it's not so goddamn predictable? Like, every time we go for the long ball, it's on a play where we're in the red zone already. So it's one of those things where, like, the Alouettes, even though, they're obviously trying to defend the first down, it's like they very much know the long ball is a possibility. It's one of those things where it's like, if you're like on your own 40, not as much. Why is it that we wait for the play to be predictable before we use it? I've noticed that. And that's actually, Buck Pierce plays calling has worked. It has gotten us, but this year, I don't know how I'm starting to feel about Buck Pierce playing calling. It's so goddamn predictable. And we used to have so much talent that it would make up for all of that. And we still have most of that. But at the end of the day, we lost the big game 2 years straight. We did. That's just the facts. Alouettes would go on to offense, and Fajardo would throw a pass, but it would be blocked by Cole. So good to see some of our secondary guys coming in and making some big plays like that. Good stuff. The Alouettes would punt, and the Bomber our offense starts on our own 1. Yeah, great punt. Damn it. I hate it when we let the ball bounce, because with a football, you have no idea where that ball is bouncing. So it did not work out in our favor here. And this was where Jamarcus Hardrick would take a holding penalty. Bombers would push it down. Bryant takes a procedure penalty. Stay disciplined, guys. I don't know what to say. Again, it was one of those things I hate taking those kind of penalties. Fourth quarter, though, and we'd start off strong. Well, actually, first things first, before talking about it, notice something. Gave up a touchdown. Didn't even score a fucking field goal. Nothing in the third quarter. Zip, not even a field, nothing. I've said this time and time again. You have to be consistently scoring, even if it's not always a touchdown. When you get into that red zone, if you're getting into the red zone, like anything short of, at bare minimum, a field goal is unacceptable. And so we throw that pick, and it just, to be honest, it's one of those things where it's just frustrating. It's just frustrating. And I'm not going to try to rag on the players or the team much, because, to be honest, I know they're as frustrated as me right now. Probably more, to be honest. There'd be a good way to start at least the fourth quarter with an interception by Holm. Get to him. Oh, come on.
No!
Let's go! Woo! There we go.
Holm with an interception. I've been very, very pleased with Holm. I'm not going to lie. A lot of our corners looked invisible today. The amount of times that we get beat on freaking dagger routes, just over and over. Guy runs up, runs wide, takes the pass, runs out of bounds. Alouettes were doing that over and over and over and over. It was getting predictable, and we just weren't picking up on it. Like, why do we not have the guys in the flats? Like, the amount of lateral plays that they were running. It's like Stanback didn't even do that much. They didn't even run Stanback that much. They did that one drive, but later in the game, not that much. And so it's one of those things where it's like, I'm annoyed. Clares gets sacked again. And at this point, this is where, like, Hardrick completely misses his block. And it's not even like Hardrick mixes his block and the guy beats him wide. He beats him, like, between him and either Neufeld or Gray or whatever. And I'm just, that's, like, the worst spot as a tackle you can get beat. Because it's not even like, at least if you're getting beat, the guy who's going wide has all the room to work with. When he's beating you inside, any room that he gets, you're giving him. And we gave him that. And so, yeah, I wasn't impressed with Jamarcus Hardrick today. I wasn't. But again, like I said, we win as a team, we lose as a team. Bombers punt. Alouettes push down and get themselves a touchdown.
Touchdown.
And for the first time in this Grey Cup, the Montreal Alouettes have the lead.
Touchdown for the Alouettes. Convert is good. 21-17 Alouettes. Great kickoff return by Grant. Bombers pushing the ball. Illegal contact penalty for the Alouettes. And Dakota Prukop would record a second of the game.
Come on, guys.
There we go!
4 yards! Wow!
Let's go, boys!
See, this I like. The Alouettes put the pressure, they get the touchdown, and we show pushback. Where was that in the third quarter? My problem with this game is the third quarter. The third quarter is where we lose. It's not the fourth. The third quarter is where we got comfortable. And it killed us. And so The fourth quarter, we were trying to play catch up, and we just ran out of time. You know, it's one of those things where the Bombers, you know, it's not that we weren't playing good enough in the fourth. It's that the problem is that that decision to start playing, to start getting back into this game, to start reestablishing that league. You can't do that in the fourth quarter. Like, I'm annoyed with the fact, and I know the Bombers have won so many games where they get a lead, blow it, come back in the fourth. That doesn't work in the Grey Cup. You know why? Because the other team wants it. They want it so bad. They want it so bad. And when we're facing a team that has won like 7 in a row, we got to expect that, guys. Convert is good. Fajardo throws it. Fajardo throws it. Their guy makes a catch. We knock it loose. And then we pounce on it. They rule this an incomplete pass. I believe this was absolutely the wrong call. Because if you look at that play, he makes that catch. There's no bobbling around. That ball is secure in his hand. Clear, defined possession. Our guy has not yet touched him. Bomber player hits him right afterwards. Right afterwards. But again, this guy's clear possession of the ball. Ball comes loose. It was very quick, but he clearly had possession. And then we picked that up. And the Alouettes are smart here. They decide to start the next play right away. Don't give time for us to challenge. That's what they did. The Bombers. I've seen the Bombers do that. It's a smart play. We gotta pounce on that quicker. We were too slow there. We were too slow. Because it's one of those things, that would absolutely be overturned if we challenge. But we didn't, and that play just passed by. Clares gets sacked again. 4 sacks now. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Alouettes would go on offense, and then there'd be a really, really nice sack by Gauthier and Jackson Jeffcoat.
Get to him! Get to him! Yep! Yes! There we go! Awesome!
Nice sack by them. And we really put the pressure on the Alouettes. Go to third down. They only need 5 yards. You know, make sure you protect the run. Make sure you don't go for it. Look for those short passes. But the Alouettes go for the long ball. And they get it.
Get to him, get to him, get to him, get to him! Oh my goodness!
No! No!
Let's go for the long ball. Unbelievable throw. Unbelievable catch. And Alouettes would get a touchdown.
Get to him, get to him, get to him, get to him, get to him!
Oh my God.
That's the catch that has put Montreal ahead in the Grey Cup with 11 seconds to go. What drama in Hamilton.
Convert is good. 28-24 Alouettes. It's over at this point. Bombers, though, going to try something. There'd be a good pass to Schoen to move the sticks. Again, we decided to make this pass after, you know, it was all said and done. Too little, too late. And we go for the Hail Mary. And that's it.
That's not enough. Oh my God.
Fucking blew it 2 straight years. Goddamn blew it. We had so many chances when we're down there, and we just blew it time after time after time. Pathetic.
We blew it. We blew it. We totally did. We choked. The Bombers choked. They totally 100% choked. And you know what? And we were all up in the Argonauts because they blew it. We all up. We were. I'll be the first one to say that. And then, you know, we were like, well, you know, Oliver, he didn't win the MLP. He's looking for the one he really wants. Got a video on CFL Central coming out later that was recorded before the Grey Cup, where that was very much talked about how Oliveira didn't get the MOP, but we're going to make sure he gets the one he wants. Well, you know what? He didn't. He didn't get the one he wanted. I'm pissed. I am. I'm really, really frustrated. And I'm frustrated not because I'm saying my team is shit. They're not. But because I know my team's good. I know how good these guys are. I know what they're capable of. Like, there's 2 years on this banner right here. I remember watching how we were able to get that done. What happened? And it wasn't just Andrew Harris leaving. It wasn't. It's just the Bombers had a level of boldness that they were willing to play in with, a level of risk taking. And whenever we come to these clutch games, it just feels like we're not willing to take risks anymore. And I understand that risks are risky, but it's one of those things where it's like, one of the signature things for the Bombers these past 2 years has been that long ball to Dalton Schoen. Even not last year, the year prior, that long ball to Kenny Lawler was lethal. No one was stopping that. Where the fuck what happened? Where did it go? Disappeared. Stopped going for it. Except the only time we did go for it is when it was predictable. When we were in the red zone. And they knew that we might just try to go for it. Get it now. I mean, even look in that overtime against in the Labor Day Classic. We got bold. We said we're just going to go for it. And so it's one of those things where the Alouettes know, and the league knows, that when the Bombers get close enough, and they smell it, they're just gonna go for it. However, they know that the Bombers are cautious up until then. Too cautious. And the thing is, and the difference is, if you watch Montreal tonight, they played with boldness. They did. They took risks because they knew that if they wanted to win, that's what it took. We didn't do that. We did not. And I'm just sad. I'm sad. I wanted to see my team win. And you know what? And I know there's going to be so many fans of other teams out there who are going to have no sympathy for me. I totally understand. I'm not begging for sympathy. I'm not asking for sympathy. I'm just a Bomber fan talking about Bomber experiences and my opinion on the matter, because that's what this channel is. And again, to the Montreal Alouettes, congrats. They earned it. They did. They outplayed us today. There's no question. They played like their life depended on it. And they won. That's what the Argonauts did. So where do we go from here? How many guys are going to resign? Thank God we got a good organization that's likable. Thank God. You know, I'm not worried about Osh. We'll be fine with Osh. Try to keep Jeffcoat. Try to keep Jefferson. Jefferson, I think we'll be fine with. Keep your main core of guys for the most part. Got a re-sign shown now. This was the last year of his ELC. That's not a guy you want to let slide. Dembski, ideally keep him. Bailey, try to keep him if you can. However, we didn't really use him as much. Lawler, try to keep him if you can. Again, we used him a decent amount, but not as much. I want to see Liam Dobson in the offensive line for next season. I want him in someone's spot. To be honest, Gray's spot. Take it. And at the end of the day, it's like, again, I have my questions about this team. I do. But I'm not going to say we're not capable of getting back to it. Because, God fucking damn it, I know we are. I know we're capable of this. You know? We have made it to the Grey Cup game 4 consecutive years. There's no reason we can't do it again. No reason. This is pretty much it. I don't really know what else to talk about. I got a big test in my college coming up tomorrow, so probably gotta do some work towards that. Yeah, I'm disappointed. I'm pissed off. I'm disgusted. I'm annoyed. Every negative emotion I'm feeling right now. Yeah, this sucks. This really sucks. Like, God, that word dynasty. I wanted that so bad. I wanted it so bad. But that word has slipped further away from us. And now, honestly, I'm not worried about the word anymore. I'm just worried about getting back to it next year. I don't care if we call it a dynasty. I don't care if we don't. I just want to keep as much of this team that we can together and just take another crack at it. And hopefully, as Rick Bowness has eloquently said about the Jets after their playoff loss, more pushback. We need more pushback. We didn't have any pushback. Or actually, we did have pushback. Our pushback though was too little, too late. We gotta learn to stop relying on the last hurrah. So it is what it is. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe if you have not already. I know this was really like not a high energy video, but I mean, I don't know what you expected. My team lost in the Grey Cup final. It is what it is. Maybe you expect me running around screaming curse words everywhere. I got that out of my system right as the game was done, and I was just, ugh. So, it is what it is. Yeah, make sure you guys comment down below. You guys' thoughts on the game, thoughts on the video, and make sure you guys take care. Bye-bye.
Can they take the lead on this drive?